What if the path to a stronger, calmer, more resilient you wasn't found in a comfortable routine, but in a deliberate, daily act of discomfort? What if it begins not with a triumphant shout, but with a quiet, shivering gasp? For 30 days, we're going to explore this path, a journey that starts with turning a handle, a simple choice that sends a cascade of ancient survival signals through your modern body. This isn't about punishment, it's about communication. It's about listening to the whispers of your own biology, long silenced by the constant warmth of central heating and the cozy blankets of our modern lives. It's about asking a profound question. What happens if you take cold showers for 30 days? Day 1. The alarm sings its gentle digital song, but a different, more primal anxiety hums beneath it. You know what's coming. The warm comfort of your bed feels like a sacred sanctuary, a fortress against the decision you've made. Why? Why choose this? The human brain is a masterpiece of energy conservation. It's wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain, to choose the path of least resistance. Every fiber of your being, conditioned by millions of years of evolution, screams for warmth, for safety, for the predictable comfort that ensures survival. Stepping out of that warmth and into the sterile, quiet anticipation of the bathroom feels like a betrayal of that ancient contract. You stand before the shower, a portal to a self-inflicted storm. This isn't a lion in the savannah. It's just cold water. Yet the dread is real. It's a psychological barrier far higher than the physical one. This first step is the hardest because it's a direct challenge to your mind's most fundamental programming. It's the conscious choice to override the automatic pilot that governs so much of our lives. It's you telling your brain, I am in control. I will choose this difficulty because I sense there is something valuable on the other side. This is the threshold. This is where the journey truly begins.
The first touch of cold water is an explosion, not a gentle awakening, but a violent, full-body alarm. Your breath vanishes, stolen by an involuntary gasp. Your heart begins to pound against your ribs like a drumbeat of panic. This isn't just discomfort, it's a physiological siren. This is the cold shock response, an ancient survival mechanism hardwired into your DNA. Your body doesn't know you're in a safe modern bathroom. It believes you've fallen through the ice. Instantly, your sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight command center, is activated. A massive surge of norepinephrine floods your system. This is a powerful neurotransmitter and hormone that skyrockets your alertness, focus, and heart rate. Your blood vessels constrict, shunting blood away from the skin surface and toward your vital organs to keep them warm and functioning. This primal roar echoing through your nervous system is designed for one thing. For our ancestors, this response was the difference between life and death. A sudden plunge into a frozen river required immediate peak physical and mental performance to get out. Today, we can intentionally trigger this powerful cascade in a controlled environment. For these first few days, the goal isn't to enjoy it. It's simply to endure it, to stand in the storm and breathe, to teach your primal brain that this cold is not a threat, but a tool. You are showing your body that you are safe, even when it is screaming that you are not. With each shuddering breath, you are slowly, deliberately rewriting an ancient fear. You are turning a panic signal into a controlled, purposeful awakening. The first week is a battle against instinct, but something profound is beginning to stir deep within you, in places you didn't even know existed. After the initial shock of the first few days, a subtle but powerful change begins. Your body, the ultimate adaptation machine, starts searching for a more efficient way to deal with this new daily stressor. It finds the answer in a special kind of tissue called brown adipose tissue, or BAT. Often called brown fat, it is nothing like the white fat we typically associate with energy storage. White fat is like a pantry, storing calories for later. Brown fat is a furnace. It is densely packed with mitochondria, the tiny power plants within our cells. When activated,
Bat doesn't just store energy, it burns it, generating heat in a process called thermogenesis. Infants have abundant brown fat to keep warm, but it was long thought to diminish as we age, a relic of our past. We now know that adults retain deposits of this metabolically active tissue, primarily around the neck, shoulders, and spine. And the key that turns this furnace on? Cold exposure. As you stand in the shower, your body sends a signal to activate these dormant furnaces. The mitochondria within your brown fat begin to roar to life, consuming calories from white fat stores to produce heat from the inside out. This isn't just about staying warm. Activating BAT has incredible metabolic implications. Studies suggest that regular cold exposure can increase the amount and activity of brown fat, effectively turning up your metabolic rate. You are training your body to become a more efficient energy-burning machine, not through grueling exercise, but through the simple, consistent application of cold. You begin to notice it. The shivering becomes less intense. The initial shock is still there, but it's followed more quickly by a feeling of inner warmth, a spreading glow that starts in your core. This is your ancient internal furnace, long dormant, finally being stoked back to life.
As your body adapts to the physical stress of the cold, it initiates another, less visible, but equally powerful defense protocol. It begins to fortify your immune system. Think of it from your body's perspective. This repeated, sudden cold is a stressor, a mild shock. Historically, such shocks, like an injury or exposure, could be a gateway for pathogens. In response to this perceived threat, your body wisely decides to ramp up its defenses. A landmark study from the Netherlands provided compelling evidence for this. Researchers found that individuals who took daily cold showers for 30 days had a 29% reduction in self-reported sick days from work compared to a control group. The proposed mechanism is fascinating. The metabolic stress from the cold is believed to increase the production of white blood cells, specifically monocytes and lymphocytes. These are your immune system's frontline soldiers. Lymphocytes are crucial for producing antibodies and killing infected cells, while monocytes are the cleanup crew, engulfing and destroying pathogens. The cold shower acts as a short, intense drill for your immune army. It's a controlled stressor, a concept known as hormesis, where a low dose of a harmful agent can actually be beneficial, stimulating the body to become more resilient. You're not just enduring the cold, you're actively training your internal guardians. Over the second week, you may not feel this change directly, but it's happening. You're building a more robust, more vigilant internal defense network. You might notice that you're less susceptible to the sniffles going around the office, or that you bounce back from feeling run down more quickly. You are, cell by cell, building a stronger fortress against illness, forged in the bracing, clarifying chill of the morning shower. By the midpoint of your 30-day journey, you start to notice a shift that transcends the physical. It's a change in your mind, in your mood, in your very perception of the day ahead. This feeling is rooted in the profound effect of cold exposure on one of the brain's most critical neurotransmitters, dopamine. We often misunderstand dopamine as the pleasure molecule, but that's an oversimplification. Dopamine is more accurately the motivation molecule. It's what drives you to seek rewards, to focus on goals, and to feel a sense of engagement with life. Many of our modern habits, scrolling through social media, eating sugary foods, caffeine, give us sharp, quick spikes of dopamine. But these spikes are inevitably followed by a crash, leaving us feeling depleted and seeking the next hit. This creates a volatile baseline of motivation and mood. Cold water immersion offers a completely different pathway. Research has shown that cold exposure can cause a profound and sustained increase in dopamine levels, rising as much as 250% above baseline. More importantly, this isn't a sharp spike. It's a slow, steady rise that remains elevated for hours after you step out of the shower. This provides a calm, focused, and resilient state of mind without the subsequent crash. Imagine your dopamine system like a river. The short-term pleasures are like a flash flood, exciting but destructive. The cold shower is like a steady, deep current that nourishes everything along its banks. This is why, after the initial shock, you feel so incredibly alive, alert, and capable. The world seems clearer. Tasks that seemed daunting now feel manageable. You're not just awake, you are switched on. This isn't a placebo effect. It is the tangible neurological result of choosing to face the cold. You are fundamentally altering your brain chemistry, creating a foundation of motivation and well-being that you carry with you long after the water has been turned off.
In the third week, the benefits begin to feel cumulative, weaving their way into your physical recovery and daily comfort. One of the most powerful effects of cold exposure is its ability to combat inflammation. Inflammation is a natural and essential part of the healing process. When you get injured or work out, your body sends inflammatory cells to the site to repair damage. However, in our modern world, many people suffer from chronic, low-grade inflammation, which is linked to a host of health problems. The cold shower is a potent anti-inflammatory tool. When the cold water hits your skin, it causes vasoconstriction, a narrowing of the blood vessels. This process helps to flush out metabolic waste products, like lactic acid, from your muscles more efficiently. Think of it like a gentle squeezing of a sponge, pushing out the old, stagnant water. When you step out of the shower and warm up, the vessels dilate again in a process called vasodilation, allowing fresh, oxygen-rich blood to rush back into your tissues, accelerating recovery. This is why elite athletes have used ice baths for decades to reduce muscle soreness and speed up healing after intense training. You are essentially giving yourself a daily mini version of this therapeutic treatment. You might start to notice that the aches and pains from your workout or a long day of sitting at a desk are less pronounced. Your body feels cleaner, more efficient. This healing current doesn't just work on your muscles. By reducing systemic inflammation, you are creating a healthier internal environment for all your organs and systems to function optimally. You are soothing your body from the inside out, washing away the subtle, chronic inflammation that can hold back your physical well-being. The cold is no longer just a shock, it's a balm. It's a daily act of cellular housekeeping that leaves you feeling refreshed and renewed. As you approach the final stretch, you realize the most profound transformation has not been in your metabolism or your immune system, but in your mind. Every morning, you have deliberately stepped into a stressful situation. You have felt the panic, the gasp for air, the urge to flee. And every morning, you have chosen to stay. You have chosen to breathe through it. You have taught your primal brain, the amygdala, that you are in control. This daily practice is a form of mental resilience training. You are forging a new neural pathway, one that says, I can feel discomfort and remain calm. I can face a challenge without being overwhelmed. This has a direct physiological correlate, the stimulation of the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is the main highway of your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system that counteracts the fight or flight response. It wanders from your brain down through your neck and into your chest and abdomen, connecting with your heart, lungs, and gut. Stimulating this nerve helps lower your heart rate, calm your breathing, and switch your body into a state of recovery and peace. The initial shock of the cold activates the sympathetic system, but the conscious act of slowing your breathing and enduring the cold stimulates the vagus nerve, building its tone. A higher vagal tone is associated with better emotional regulation, lower stress levels, and increased feelings of well-being. You are literally building a physiological fortress against stress. You notice it outside the shower. When faced with a stressful work email, a difficult conversation, or unexpected traffic, your knee-jerk reaction is no longer one of panic. There's a small gap, a moment of calm where you can choose your response. The cold has taught you that the initial wave of panic is just a signal, not a mandate. You have learned in the most visceral way imaginable that you are stronger than your immediate discomfort. While the internal changes are profound, some of the most surprising benefits of your 30-day challenge begin to manifest on the surface. Your skin and hair, constantly exposed to the world, start to show the signs of your new habit. Hot water, as comforting as it feels, can be harsh. It strips your skin and hair of their natural protective oils known as sebum. This can lead to dryness, irritation, and a dull appearance. Cold water, in contrast, works in harmony with your body's natural state. The chilly temperature encourages the tiny muscles around your pores to contract, temporarily tightening them. This can give your skin a smoother, more refined appearance and may help prevent pores from getting clogged with dirt and oil. For your hair, the effect is similar. Each strand of hair is covered in tiny cuticles. Hot water causes these cuticles to open up, leaving the hair shaft vulnerable to damage and frizz. Cold water does the opposite. It helps to seal the cuticles down. This locks in moisture, strengthens the hair, and makes it lie flatter, resulting in a shinier, smoother, and healthier appearance. Over this final week, you might catch your reflection and notice a subtle but undeniable change. A natural, healthy glow to your skin, a certain luster to your hair. It's not about vanity. It's a quiet, external confirmation of the internal balance you've been cultivating. It's a reminder that true health radiates from the inside out. Your body, protected and nourished by its natural oils, reflects the resilience and vitality you've been building, one cold, invigorating morning at a time. Day 30. You stand before the shower, but the feeling is entirely different. The dread that haunted you on day 1 is gone. The anxious tension of the first week is a distant memory. In its place is a quiet, calm anticipation. It is no longer a challenge to be conquered, but a ritual to be embraced, a tool for shaping your day. Stepping under the water, the cold is still cold. That fact has not changed. But you have. Your response is immediate and controlled. A deep, slow breath. Your body meets the shock not with panic, but with a well-practiced resilience. The inner furnace of your brown fat ignites. The river of dopamine begins its steady, sustained flow. The healing current soothes your muscles, and your fortified immune cells stand guard. Your mind, trained by 29 previous mornings, remains the calm center of the storm. The benefits are no longer separate, isolated phenomena you can tick off a list. They have merged into a new baseline, a new definition of what it feels like to be you. You feel a vibrant energy that is not jittery but grounded, a mental clarity that is not forced but natural, a resilience to stress that is not a conscious effort but an innate response. You didn't just survive 30 days of cold showers. You transformed your relationship with discomfort. You learned that the things we instinctively avoid often hold the keys to our growth. The cold shower has become a metaphor. It's a daily reminder that you are capable of doing hard things, and that on the other side of that difficulty lies a stronger, more vibrant version of yourself. You step out of the shower, not shivering and depleted, but glowing, energized, and profoundly alive. You have arrived. So, what now? Does the journey end here? Not at all. The 30 days were never the destination. They were the training ground. You've unlocked a powerful tool, and now you get to decide how to use it. Perhaps it becomes a non-negotiable part of your daily routine, or maybe it's a tool you pull out on days when you need extra focus or resilience. The true lesson of this journey goes far beyond the cold itself. It's the embodiment of a biological principle called hormesis, the idea that a small, manageable dose of a stressor can trigger adaptations that make the entire system stronger and more resilient. You didn't just learn to tolerate the cold, you taught your body and mind to benefit from it. You learned that the initial signal of discomfort is not the end of the conversation. It's an invitation to breathe, to remain present, and to consciously choose your response. The real gift of the cold shower is not the dopamine, the brown fat, or the white blood cells. It's the unshakable, deeply personal knowledge that you have agency over your own state of being. You can influence your nervous system, your mood, and your energy. You can face the shivering chaos of the world, whether from a showerhead or from life's unpredictable challenges, and you can find your calm, warm center. The cold is not the enemy, it is a teacher, a stark, honest, and incredibly warm teacher.